What up, baby? It's your boy, the ATX Sooner, back with another video. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Red River Rivalry Week. I don't know. I still call it that. Everybody want to call it the shootout. Oh, the triple R is too hard to say. Man, it's the triple R. Just call it the triple R. Okay, it is what it is. But as you know, I don't like doing my previews until Friday. I like to see all the updates going on beforehand before I give my opinion and what's going on. That way that I ain't looking too crazy when it come to looking back at the at the preview of the game and what I'm thinking might happen, what might not happen. So it seems like we might have a savior that has arrived, and it seems like Texas might have a problem. John Mateer might be playing this game. He moved from questionable to probable, as we all know right now. And of course, to me, this whole week, I've been telling everybody, all these Texas people that I work with and everything, that's going to be the difference maker in this game. Now, do I think we can beat them with the Mike Hawkins? I do. I think that's a possibility, but do I think that it'll be a close game, a game where they're more likely to come out on top of? Of course. But with John Mateer, I let him know if you see number 10 trotting out on that field, head high, no brace on, maybe a little tape, who knows? Go home. Cut the game off. Go home. Close your eyes. Go to sleep. And don't look at the score when it's over. Because it's over. As soon as he trots out on the field, it's over. Alright. Now, everybody knows this Oklahoma defense is, if not the best defense in the nation, nobody can argue anything outside the top three. And mainly because of that front seven. The secondary hadn't really been tested. If you could say they were tested against Auburn. And honestly, if Auburn had a better quarterback than Jackson Arnold, probably would have failed that test. So that's my thing about this game. Arch Manning has the weapons to tear us apart. And we have been shown that our secondary can give up some big plays here and there. Not saying that our secondary is trash. We have a very good secondary, but they can give out some big plays. Okay, that's just something we've seen it already. And then that front seven, they might even have a tendency of giving off one here and there. Hence the 70-yard run from the Michigan running back. But what I think is going to happen is I think that Arch Manning isn't going to finish this game. And if he does finish this game, this will be the game where they start to wonder, they start to question, is Arch Manning the future? Is Arch Manning the now? Or do we need to go to somebody else? I'm thinking that, we might see that somebody else by the end of the game. But the way I look at Sark, he's a very loyal coach. So he'll probably keep Arch Manning for the whole game. And y'all will have that discussion for you going into next week, whoever y'all play. But I was at work today. This is a random thing. I'm at work today, and everybody wants to say that this game is Oklahoma's Super Bowl. Oh, this is the most important game in Oklahoma. And you damn sure might be right. I ain't gonna lie. But don't let them fool you. Don't let them think that it's not the same for them. My job ordered a Longhorn. The video is not paused. I'm just want you. There was a whole Longhorn sitting in the most uncomfortable position it could possibly be sitting in. Under a tent. It was under a tent. So it was out. It was in the shade. No grass. Straight concrete. Had a little mat that it could stand. It's just standing in one spot, just like a trophy, just for 2 hours at my job. All due to this game. Now, if that's not important to you, then I don't know what is. That sounds like a Super Bowl type of thing. I don't even think people watching the Super Bowl or rooting for their Super Bowl team is willing to buy their team mascot just to show off. Okay, so just let y'all know it's their Super Bowl too. Don't get it twisted. But I think this game's gonna be a very defensive game. Just like most people, I'm hearing most people do think this is going to be a defensive game, but I think it's going to be one-sided. And I'm just trying to be bold here, okay? I'm speaking with my heart. I'm just not speaking with my brain, all right? I'm speaking with my heart. I think this is going to be a one-sided defensive game. I think Arch Manning is going to be running for his life. I think Arch Manning is going to get sacked no less than 4 times, maybe 5, but no less than 4 times. I think that Arch Manning is going to be rambling in his head. He's not going to know what's going on. He's going to have to try to figure out where the blitz is coming from because Brent Venables is going to put pressure on him and he's going to keep pressure on him. And we're going to find out if Arch Manning is another rock that you can just crumble up when pressure is put on him or if he's a diamond. And I guarantee you this game is where diamonds are made. So, do I think Arch Manning is that? I don't think so. I think he's going to crumble. I think he's going to fall. And like I said, this is going to be the week where they question Arch Manning going forward. This is going to be the week where Texas is wondering, damn, the season's over with. Should we, is it Arch's fault? Blah, blah, blah. The O-line, obviously, the O-line is trash. Our defensive line is going to eat. And I think that that's going to be the downfall of Arch Manning. Now, like I said, they're capable of explosive plays. So I'm going to give them 2 or 3. I believe that they going to come out with about a couple of explosive plays. But that's where that secondary comes in. Okay? That's where tomorrow is going to be where we find out who our secondary truly is. You got guys like Wingo out there, future NFL draft pick. Like, who are you? Step up to the plate. Let's see. And I believe in our guys. I think that we're gonna step up to the plate. I think we're gonna take care of business when it comes to this game. And so much so that I think the score is gonna be, I think it's gonna be something like 34-17-ish, somewhere around there. Like, I could see a 34-17, that wouldn't surprise me. Boom, lock it in, 34-17, Oklahoma, of course. Again, I think Arch is going to be running for his life. John Mateer, I do believe that John Mateer will play this game. And I do believe that John Mateer is going to show up and show out. And he's going to be right back at the top of the Heisman talks. He knows the offense so well. Like, he just knows the offense like the back of his hand. You get it. Anyway, he knows his offense, okay? So, I have nothing but faith in John Mateer. I think that John Mateer is going to take care of business. But, yeah, 34-17, Oklahoma. Arch sacked no less than 4 times. Freaking, I can even see a defensive touchdown on both ends. Honestly, if I'm being honest, John Mateer does have a tendency of turning the ball over here and there. So I can see that biting us in the ass at one point. I can see them keeping it close up until halftime, and then from that point forward, we come out different animals and it's over. But it's gonna be a good one. All right. I know that Texas is down right now. I know that Texas is unranked right now. But the whole wounded animal thing is a fact. They know that if they don't win this game, their season is over. So you best believe you're gonna get the best Texas we've seen all year. All right, we just need to make sure that we step up and be the best Oklahoma that we've seen all year. That defense, I don't know how it can get any better, but that offense has got some stuff to work on. That offense needs some improvement, and I think that's something we can all agree on. So if that offense comes out there BSing, you best believe Texas is a team that can take advantage of that. So let's not be that. Let's not do that. Okay, let's handle business. And For all the Texas fans, I just have a little history lesson for y'all. Texas is your premier blue blood program. Um, the good old burnt orange and white, Austin, Texas, party city, big university, whole lot of money, oil money, Texas. It's Texas. And don't get me wrong, I love my state. I'm Texas born, and I love Austin, Texas, the city that I was born in and raised in. I can't stand the freaking Longhorns, but hey, that make me a real one. You know what I'm saying? That make me a real one. But history is crazy. And this is something that Oklahoma fans know. But if you're a Longhorn fan watching this, I want you to know that rich history that Texas has involves two people. Okay, two people, two premier people. Okay, and that's DKR, the man that your stadium is named after, the best head coach in Texas history. And number two, Mac Brown. Close second. Brought y'all's last national championship. But let me make myself small real quick. See, one thing that Texas always fails to mention is DKR was an Oklahoma quarterback, graduated from the great University of Oklahoma. Mac Brown, before coaching Texas, was a Oklahoma offensive coordinator, and I want to say 1984, something around there. But these are the best two coaches in Texas history. You can honestly say that these two head coaches are Texas history, okay? But just to let y'all know, man, you see that, right? DKR. Under Coach Bud Wilkinson. Goodness gracious. I'm sorry. You see it. It's right there. It's right there. Mac Brown. You see it. You see it. It's right there. 1984. Oklahoma. Both of the best coaches in Texas history. Two people that you can say made Texas history. At heart, they're Sooner born, Sooner bred. And I don't know, but I don't know how DKR was. RIP to the man, Mac Brown. Hope you have a long life left over. But just know, at one point you had that crimson and cream on, and you can be along with us when it comes to being Sooner dead, baby. But y'all know why. Y'all know why Texas is a branch of Oklahoma, which is funny to say because they look at us like little bros, but in reality, your history is made by us, by Sooners. And that's just because it's in our DNA. It is what it is. Can't help it. Can't help but to be great, right, Texas? It just takes two Oklahoma guys to get it done. Bye.